Um, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are working hard towards achieving your goals, and I hope you're living life towards the fullest. And I hope you guys are safe in these crazy times that we live in. I hope you guys are keeping safe, and as well as I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome again to Athlete's Voice. Um, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as well as please also share and comment on your own predictions. Um, Today I will be brief and short. With all the results that we have received already with regards to the MTN8, we know that defending champions Orlando Pirates will be taking on Mamelodi Sundowns in the MTN8 final on the 7th of October at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. So this is the fourth consecutive time that Moses Mabhida Stadium will be the host stadium for this showpiece for of this particular tournament, as we saw since in 2020, 2021, 2022, as well as this year in 2023. Moses Mabhida will be the host for the final of the MTN8. So, with further deliberation, we saw the first game that took place of the second leg encounters took place at the Lucas Masterpieces Moripe Stadium in the west of Pretoria between Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs. Obviously, Mamelodi going into this game, Mamelodi Sundowns had an away goal advantage after they scored a last grabs equalizer at the FNB Stadium in a 1-1 draw, which nobody did expect because everybody thought that Kaizer Chiefs had already won that game, had already clinched victory, and the advantage would be on their side. But Khuliso Mudau, with the resilience of Mamelodi Sundowns and the persistence, we saw Khuliso Mudau's powerful header give Mamelodi Sundowns their away goal advantage going into the second leg encounter at the Masterpiece of Lucas Moripe Stadium. So going into this one, obviously, it was going to be a tough game for both clubs. Obviously, going into this one, Sundowns were the overwhelming favorites due to the away goal advantage and the fact that they've been a much better side than Kaizer Chiefs. They've been dominant in South African football for the past few years. So, obviously, they're going into this game, they were the favorites. But then we know with Amakosi are the most successful team in this tournament with 15 titles. So, history could have also played a major part in seeing Kaizer Chiefs perhaps cause an upset, and the fact that they still have a huge fan base and the fact that they're still a big brand. So obviously it was going to be a mouth-watering clash, and we did expect that, and it lived up to its expectations. We saw in the first 10 minutes, Mamelodi Sundowns got coming into this game. Kaizer Chiefs made a few changes. We saw the return of Brandon Peterson in goal, replacing the veteran Dumoulin Kuna. We also saw Pule Modi as well as Tebo Hopotsani coming for Jason Gonzalez and Christian Saile. As well as in the midfield, there were no changes at all. We also saw another change at right back. We saw Reef Prosler coming in for Zita Guinika at right back. And then for Mamelodi Sundowns, due to the suspension to Khuliso Mudau, as well as the suspensions of Khuliso Mudau, we saw Musa Libusa as well as Ran Kekana fill up the void that has been left by the two. So it was Khuliso Mudau and Toby Mbala. They were suspended for this game after picking up 5 yellow cards. So Musa Libusa as well as Ran Kekana were the two players that were put in the starting lineup for Mamelodi Sundowns to fill the void left by those two players, respectively. We also saw the return of Peter Shalulile. He did start that game in midweek against Orlando Pirates in the 1-0 victory. So the Namibian goal poacher looks fit, and he's hungry for more goals, and that's what he showed in the game against Chiefs on Saturday. So obviously, Mamelodi Sundowns took the lead in the first 10 minutes, shockingly, after a bad error by Kaizer Chiefs goalkeeper Brandon Peterson. This is the second time that he makes an error against Mamelodi Sundowns, especially at the same venue. As we remember last time these two teams played in the league on Wednesday in August. Um, Mamelodi Sundowns scored their second goal, the winning goal by Neo Mayema, due to the bad mistake by Brendan Peterson. So this was the second time he makes an error, a bad error against Mamelodi Sundowns, as he was not even aware that Peter Shalulile was rushing. And obviously Peter Shalulile punished Kaizer Chiefs for that early error. Kaizer Chiefs did make their way back into the game thanks to corner by Ashley Dupere, which was taken, and then Sipo Mbule handled the ball in the penalty box, and we saw the Chiefs were given a lifeline to get back into the game, and Ashley Dupre calmly slotted the equalizer from the penalty spot, which obviously gave Chiefs a big chance of now winning the game because now they just needed an extra goal. If they were to score the second goal without conceding more than two goals, they were the ones to go through due to away goal rules. So Mamelodi Sundowns did take the lead before halftime as Shalulile bagged his brace thanks to a great toss by Lucas Ribeiro Costa, which gave Mamelodi Sundowns the 2-1 advantage going into halftime. Kaizer Chiefs did try to make their way back into the game as Ashley Dupree's shot was saved by Mamelodi Sundowns goalkeeper Ronald Williams after being set up brilliantly by Congolese substitute Christian Saile. Christian Saile also did have a great opportunity himself after his audacious overhead kick just missed the target by inches, you know. And I guess Kaizer Chiefs were also unlucky. They were pretty much unfortunate and hard done by not to be given a penalty in the 9 minutes of the game after it was clearly demonstrated that Tapelo Maseko did fouled Tutuzim Tanzania in the box. That was a clear foul. He kicked him on his shin. And I don't understand why the referee did not give the penalty. It started this whole conspiracy of the fact that maybe there might be a chance that Mamelodi Sundowns are bribing officials in order for them to win games because it also did not make sense to me that the referee was there in the thick of the action and he did not give the penalty the penalty to Amakosi. It was very strange to me because that was a clear foul. Tabelo Masego had no intentions to play the ball. Oh, he had no intention to play the ball, so he deliberately kicked the man, and there was no penalty awarded to Kaizer Chiefs, which was very strange. Amakosi were hard done by because they just needed one goal, the second goal, and then they were through to the final for the first time since 2015. Last time they played in the MTN8 final was in 2015 after they lost to Ajax Cape Town at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. It was a penalty goal that was scored by Matthew Paulsen, retired striker, who was also renowned for his aerial presence in the box, and he was a menace for many defenders in the country. But I guess it's back to the drawing board for Amakosi. Hopefully they can dust themselves up and continue playing well. And clearly, there are great signs of positivity. There are great signs of optimism. There are great signs of improvement from the Amakosi because they gave it their all. They were just unlucky. I think that mistake by Brendan Peterson as well as the referee not awarding them the penalty really cost them big time. It really cost them big time. And obviously, in the second game, that took place at the Orlando Stadium. Orlando Pirates, the defending champions, they were expected to obviously proceed to the final, progress to the final comfortably as they already went into the game with a 2-1 away victory as well as two away goals to their credit. But then they looked very lethargic in the second leg. So lethargic because Stellenbosch FC were the better team and they took the lead in the 22nd minute of the game as Ikram Reynolds' shot took a nasty deflection from Zakelele Pasa. And the goal was awarded as a Zakelele Pasa own goal. That set a movie finish. I mean, that would have been a fairy tale. That gave Stellenbosch some lifeline. That gave them a hope to reach the final for the first time in their history. But it wasn't meant to be because Orlando Pirates stood their ground. They held on. for the lead, which for me, it was not pretty much a convincing performance by them. They really didn't show much energy. They didn't really show much determination. It was pretty um, weird football that was played from them. I didn't understand what was their game plan, but hopefully against Mamelodi Sundowns in the final, things can change. They can change their game plan. They can change their structure and the way they approach games because Stellenbosch could have gotten two, three goals. They were just not clinical enough in front of goal. But then Orlando Pirates, on the part of Orlando Pirates, I think there's so much room for improvement from them. I think they um, really need to be more clinical. They need to be more decisive in attack as well as in defense because their defense is pretty much open. Stellenbosch, they were just fortunate that Stellenbosch didn't punish them. They were not punished. They were just fortunate for that because they made a lot of mistakes at the back. They were very vulnerable at the back. They were just pretty much lucky that they were not punished by Stellenbosch. So it will be a dramatic final showdown between Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns on the 7th of October in this year's final. Obviously, Mamelodi Sundowns are the 2021 champions, and Orlando Pirates are the defending champions. So it's pretty much the battle of the previous champions, you know, considering the fact that Mamelodi Sundowns won it in 2021, as well as now Orlando Pirates also won it last year against Amazulu 1-0. Thanks to a brilliant free kick by Munapule Salim. So it will be a fierce final showdown between these two giants of South African football. And I guess maybe there will be a close encounter. So maybe I think we need to also make a build up, create a build up with regards to the final and hear everybody's opinions, the fans, coaches, analysts, everybody who's a footballing follower, a football fanatic, and get to also hear everybody's opinion, predictions, etc. For more information, man, please continue LinkedIn. I'll be in touch with you all soon. Cheers.
The incentive of a grand final attached, a match reward of instantaneous immortalization. Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs feel an incandescent love for a colossal confrontation. As for the Mamelodi Sundowns team, 2 suspended students means 2 changes. Kekana and Lebusa re-enter that Brazilian defensive structure. 7 of the players that started in Soweto do so again today. The return of Shalulile and Tembazwane reinforces the belief of Costa, Allende, Kutsia and Mbule to OJ, who will be taking you through this Kaizer Chiefs starting 11.
Jacob wa le nane la setlhopha sa Kaizer Chiefs Brendan Peterson a boela jalo mo dikoteng tsa setlhopha me go se pharologanyo e kalo mo setlhopheng se se thulaganyeng jalo le go tlile go ka tlola ditlhase mo letsatsing la gompieno motshameko o solofetseng go tlola ditlhase.
4 clubs enter a competition that is fit for only one true king. The one lifted the trophy 12 months ago, and Mamelodi Sundowns could do so now where Peter Shalulile manages to squeeze it in. It is unbelievable. It's taken them just seconds. He's back like he never left. Peter Shalulile makes it 1-0 to Mamelodi Sundowns. We were just getting started. And before you know it, the champions of 2021, and it's him again. It's Brandon Peterson on this turf in Atteridgeville at the Lucas Moripe Stadium. It's not a happy hunting ground for him. In fact, it must surely haunt him. Now it will be Castillo. Good shot from Castillo. Not dipping enough in time though. First attempt at goal for Kaizer Chiefs.
Batlo ba fosa Sundowns ba tsweletse go ba tshwara ka khokotso bana mona ba jaaka serate oh ke bona kwatsifa Sundowns ba tlogela tsono ba ne ba senya kgwele be tswa jalo ka George a ba romela kwa pele go tswa jaanong ke bona kwatsifa ke bona mathomola ke tsa pene ke a kwala oh ga go no pe o dumelang seo le ene ka boyene fa o tla mmitsa wa mmotsa gore o ne a dirang fa le Ashley Dupree ga kitla ba gona karabo bona ka motsamo iketlileng ana tsaba tsere kgwele ba mo letloeng oh se ga o itse gore a ke go poto ba romela kgwele telle go taboga tshano mona ka kwa Namibia wa go tsena ka lebako sola 18 a re bona ba koba fela ba gana kwa morago re
Msilowayende to Peter Shalulile. It's elegant football from Mamelodi Sundowns. Peterson again, gives it back to Sundowns, back to Tembazwane. From him, here's Pulemodi for Kaizer Chiefs in the meantime. Still Pulemodi attempts to square. Something half decent from Ashley Dupree, something to work with. He hangs it up in there, dangerous ball.
Sekutlo Sabone Katatelano Mataraganyare penalty by Super Komolorenga Kenneth Mamegwa Khamoga Lukolo Badi Madubana Kabonga Fela Jopele Gore Weterega Siata Wana Sipombule Adubele Banagamotama Ikatilenga Arumela Kwele Sipombule Aleka Gusirela Tafela ya Katama Lokose Atenga Aba Super Komolorenga penalty Chiefs Ashley Oliver Chala Lemsansis number 1. Oi Dikulu Hawia Koyone Abakita Yawia Tanalele Toa Ashley Dupree Obusa Kaizer Chiefs Komorako Mewiragile Fela Jaka Monayo Keneke Mokopote Patrick Mabedi Ona Raga Fela Chana Mataraga Yumobako Bupirima Otsebesera Gore 1 Kaizer Chiefs 1 Mamelodi Sundowns Banagamotoma Ikatlileng Atam Sansis number 1 Kaselibose Ariakona Kunjo Keditwata Kagonya di penalty Kaselibose Koragore Bale Kalekana Janu Fachisanele Ashley Arbane Ashley Abata Klebarmela fa post Tulagatrago Kalamotara
Trend. Here's Ashley Dupree. Still Ashley Dupree skips past Kekana. Yusuf Maat thinks about a hit. Straight to Ronwen Williams. Slingshots it out to Teboho Mokoena. 4 players in advance. Mokoena to Ribeiro Costa. Still Costa, as he tries to square, no he doesn't, he stays on his feet, hangs it up towards the back stick, and guess who's there? Peter Shalulile. He is the silver bullet, and he is the brash, brilliant Brazilian. The advantage, and that wonderful ball from Teboho Mokoena. The determination from Ribeiro Costa, then the delicacy of that cross. And of course, the simple header, the final touch, the deadly kiss from Peter Shalulile into an... And here comes Castillo. Space appeared out of nowhere, and he was taken down on the edge of the box. He stuck out a boot and tripped Lebusa, but play continues, and Ronwen Williams will come out to collect that one. It was Parker. Scored a 94th minute winner against the 10-man Downs. But here's Ribeiro Costa for the current side. Costa to Maseko! Blazed at Zwane. He didn't know much about it. And again, it's a sumptuous ball from Ribeiro Costa. Decent take from Maseko. Here's Saile. Has that been kept in play? Saile goes on. Mokoena tries to match him. Mokoena fails. Ashley Dupree. Ronwen Williams punches the air. Big. And not many people get the better of Teboho Mokoena, but Saile did on that occasion. Too much power, too much strength, and Ashley Dupree could only find...
George Matlowa Barumela Quilete Lecopele Hotabachala Ashley Armana Ashley Watakla Wakoba a bo feta gore se khutlo se tšhaentšana di amogana dino monna yo wa leka fela di apala monna yo wa Christian Saile bana ka motsamai ke tlile ba re ba ntse ka botlhale Ashley Dopre le ena ntse ka botlhale nile jalo le tola dingwaga go le ba ko bona jaaka ba thuba Chiefs me fa e thubega jalo bona bona kotsi go go timo ga dikota bile le moragare la Chiefs.
Swapped flanks, Maseko against Dove. Still, Tapelo Maseko tries to go all the way. Straight control, some composure in that Mamelodi Sundowns midfield for what remains of the second leg semi-final. Here's Teboho Mokwena. Mokwena has a hit. Another one. Straight to Ashley Dupria. He clips it up towards Mduduzi Shabalala. Can he make some magic? Mduduzi Shabalala.
Mo Edmondson Dove. Baba motsama khogwa fela motsereganya red play on Chiefs ya potsa kwa morago ba ka ritela Sundowns fa ke bona kotsi fa oh baba khona go sireletsa kwa morago Kaizer Chiefs ene a potsa Chiefs me a intsha bo bokoa ga dumele Bob Steak ga dumele Bobby Motaung mong a re bone Chiefs ba go dira mokgweleng ba ba etsa ba romela thula ga mabole kwa morago fela ntse le mo karanya kotsi mona ba motsa kwa morago motsereganya re Tori Masan a re play on Sundowns e tsoka lebelo e ka fetsa fa Sundowns e ka ritela motshameko fela ba ba le gore ba sirelo mo dira dibi wa tsena go le godimo a re bone gore seo se tla diragala mo letsatsing la gompieno ba ga ofi Sundowns le go goroga kwa lefatsheng la Mashile Dinotshi lefatshe la Kanana wafa MTN8 bana ka motsamai ke tlileng me ba mo khomile bonnete ke gore ba mo khomile fela potso ke gore